Welcome to South Africa. South Africa, a land where diverse cultures, breathtaking landscapes, and rich history weave together to create one of Earth's most captivating travel destinations. From the rugged majesty of the Drakensberg Mountains to the sun-drenched wine valleys of Stellenbosch, South Africa enchants visitors with its remarkable contrasts. Here, you can witness the iconic Big Five roaming freely across vast savanna plains in Kruger National Park, or stand at the edge of the world, where the Atlantic and Indian Oceans dramatically converge at Cape Agulhas. South Africa stands unique among nations with its three distinct capital cities: Pretoria administrative, Cape Town legislative, and Bloemfontein judicial. This political structure reflects the country's complex history and the compromises made during its formation as a union in 1910. The country proudly hosts 11 official languages, with isiZulu being the most widely spoken, followed by isiXhosa and Afrikaans. This linguistic diversity showcases South Africa's cultural mosaic, formed through centuries of indigenous development alongside European colonization and Asian influences. South Africa's natural wonders are equally impressive. The country is home to the world's largest bird, the ostrich, and the heaviest flying bird, the Kori bustard. Its mineral wealth is legendary, with approximately 1/5 of the world's gold originating from South African mines, alongside substantial diamond reserves that have shaped the nation's economic history. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to experience a country with 11 official languages, 3 capital cities, and some of the oldest human remains on Earth? South Africa holds these treasures and so much more. Before you embark on your journey to discover the best places to visit in this fascinating country, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more travel adventures. And if this guide has inspired you, check out the links below for our exclusive deals on flights and accommodation. Now let's explore the most beautiful places in South Africa. Table Mountain. Table Mountain, located in the heart of Cape Town, South Africa. Rising over 1,080 meters above sea level, this flat-topped marvel is part of the Table Mountain National Park, offering panoramic views of the city, the Atlantic Ocean, and the surrounding landscapes. Its name comes from its distinct shape, flat like a tabletop, which makes it one of the most iconic landmarks on the African continent. Nestled at the southern tip of Africa, Table Mountain forms part of the Cape Fold Belt, with ancient rocks that are over 600 million years old. It is also one of the new Seven Wonders of Nature, a title that speaks volumes about its global significance. Table Mountain is not just a scenic masterpiece, it is a silent witness to centuries of South African history. The Khoisan people, among the earliest inhabitants of the region, believed the mountain was sacred, referring to it as Huerekwago, mountain in the sea. Later, in the 1500s, Portuguese explorers used it as a navigational beacon. Fast forward to colonial times, it stood as a symbol of hope and shelter for ships rounding the Cape of Good Hope. Today, it reflects the cultural diversity of South Africa, a nation known as the Rainbow Nation, and serves as a meeting point for people from all walks of life, embracing nature, history, and heritage in one place. One of the highlights of any visit here is the Table Mountain Aerial Cableway, a rotating cable car that has been operating since 1929. In just 5 minutes, it whisks visitors to the summit, offering 360-degree views as you ascend. But if you're feeling adventurous, there are over 350 hiking routes, with Plettenberg Gorge being the most direct and popular trail to the top. Once at the summit, you can explore Dassie Walk or enjoy a coffee while watching the clouds roll over the edge, a phenomenon locals call the tablecloth. Don't forget to look out for the native rock hyrax, a small mammal often spotted basking in the sun, and learn about the fynbos vegetation, which is unique to this part of the world. So whether you're here for the scenery, the rich history, or simply to feel the wind in your hair at the edge of the world, Table Mountain offers something truly unforgettable. It reminds us of the beauty that comes from harmony between earth, sky, and sea. And as you carry this experience with you, think, what other natural wonders are waiting for you to discover? What history lies quietly beneath the ground you walk on every day? Let this adventure inspire your next. Pretoria. Pretoria, also known as Tshwane, nestled in the northern part of Gauteng province. As we make our way into the heart of this vibrant capital, take a moment to look around. The rolling hills, the blooming jacaranda trees, and the warm African sun create a perfect introduction to what lies ahead. Pretoria lies about 55 kilometers north of Johannesburg, situated in a fertile valley surrounded by the Magaliesberg mountain range. With a subtropical climate, Pretoria enjoys warm summers and mild winters, making it a pleasant destination to explore year-round. It's no surprise that this scenic environment has played an important role in the city's development and appeal. Founded in 1855 by Marthinus Pretorius, the city was named in honor of his father, Andries Pretorius, a prominent Voortrekker leader. Pretoria became the capital of the South African Republic, and later, one of South Africa's 3 capital cities, specifically the administrative capital where the executive branch of government resides. Its history is deeply intertwined with the country's journey through colonialism, apartheid, and its eventual rebirth as a democratic nation. Pretoria is a true mosaic. It blends the heritage of Afrikaner history, indigenous traditions, and a contemporary African identity. Visitors will find museums, memorials, and monuments that reflect this complex but fascinating past. Afrikaans, English, and several local languages are spoken here, creating a rich linguistic and cultural tapestry that mirrors the diversity of South Africa itself. One of the city's most iconic landmarks, the Union Buildings. Perched majestically atop Mapungubwe, these buildings are not just a marvel of architecture, but a symbol of South Africa's unity and governance. Designed by Sir Herbert Baker in 1913, the Union Buildings house the offices of the President of South Africa and are surrounded by beautifully terraced gardens open to the public. Here, you'll find the giant bronze statue of Nelson Mandela, standing 9 meters tall, arms outstretched in a gesture of peace and reconciliation. This spot offers panoramic views of the city and serves as a reminder of South Africa's long walk to freedom. As we draw to a close, think of Pretoria not just as a city, but as a story, one that blends natural beauty, complex history, and cultural richness into an experience you won't easily forget. Whether you're standing beneath the purple jacaranda blossoms or reflecting at the foot of Mandela's statue, Pretoria invites you to pause, learn, and connect. Chapman's Peak Drive. Chapman's Peak Drive, affectionately known as Chappies by locals. Nestled on the western side of the Cape Peninsula in South Africa, this scenic drive stretches about 9 kilometers between the charming town of Hout Bay and the picturesque fishing village of Noordhoek. As we ascend along the winding cliffside, you're about to witness a seamless blend of nature's artistry and human ingenuity. The drive hugs the Chapman's Peak mountain, which rises steeply above the Atlantic Ocean. With 114 curves along the route, every bend offers a new, jaw-dropping view of sheer cliffs, deep blue waters, and rugged mountain landscapes. It's no wonder this route is often used in commercials and films. Now, while the landscape seems timeless, the road itself has a rich history. The construction of Chapman's Peak Drive began in 1915 and was completed in 1922, during the period when South Africa was still part of the British Empire. Built with manual labor and simple tools, it was a remarkable engineering feat of its time. Originally intended to connect communities and promote tourism, the road has since become a symbol of perseverance and vision. Over the years, it's been improved and reinforced to ensure safety while preserving its majestic views. As we make our way to one of the most iconic spots along the drive, let me direct your attention to the Chapman's Peak lookout point. This is a must-stop location for every traveler. From here, you can see the majestic expanse of the Atlantic stretching out to the horizon, and on a clear day, even catch sight of dolphins or southern right whales breaching in the distance. There's a specially built platform with railings for photography, perfect for panoramic shots or even a serene moment of reflection. This place is not just a tourist attraction, it's an invitation to reconnect with the world's natural beauty and with ourselves. As we continue down the drive toward Noordhoek, notice how the vegetation changes, from fynbos shrublands to lush patches of indigenous flora. This area forms part of the Cape Floral Kingdom, one of the richest and smallest floral kingdoms on Earth, and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Chapman's Peak Drive isn't just a road, it's a story of nature, history, and human ambition. It teaches us the value of preserving beauty, embracing adventure, and honoring the journeys we take, both literal and spiritual. Have you ever experienced a place that made you feel this alive? Drop your thoughts or share your photos in the comments below. Mapungubwe National Park. Nestled at the northern tip of South Africa, in the Limpopo province, this UNESCO World Heritage Site sits at the confluence of two mighty rivers, the Limpopo and the Shashi, and forms a natural border with Botswana and Zimbabwe. This tri-border location not only gifts the park with breathtaking views and rich biodiversity, but also makes it a cultural crossroads of Africa's ancient civilizations. Mapungubwe was once the center of the first kingdom in southern Africa, thriving from around 1075 to 1220 AD. This was no ordinary settlement. It was a complex society ruled by a powerful elite and sustained by long-distance trade routes that stretched as far as China, India, and Egypt. Gold, ivory, and glass beads flowed through this region, and it's here that archaeologists discovered the iconic golden rhino, a small yet significant statue made of gold foil over a wooden frame, symbolizing leadership and power. One of the park's most famous and spiritually rich locations, Mapungubwe Hill. Rising dramatically above the surrounding plains, this sandstone plateau was the royal residence and sacred site of the kingdom's ruling class. Accessible only by a hidden staircase, the hill was strategically chosen to reflect status and control. Standing at the top, one can overlook the vast Limpopo Valley, with its acacia woodlands, baobab trees, and meandering rivers below. It's not hard to see why the early people believed this hill brought them closer to the ancestors and the spirit world. Notice the diverse wildlife around us, from graceful antelopes and herds of elephants to over 400 bird species. This biodiversity is a living reminder of the harmony that once existed between people and nature. The park also offers hiking trails, viewpoints like Confluence Lookout, and serene sunset drives, making it perfect for both cultural enthusiasts and nature lovers. Mapungubwe teaches us that Africa's history is rich, layered, and proudly homegrown. It shows how human ingenuity and respect for nature once coexisted in perfect balance. Perhaps the next time we think about heritage, we'll look beyond textbooks and imagine the echoes of children playing near the riverbanks, the fires burning on Mapungubwe Hill, and the hum of a civilization far ahead of its time. Cape Peninsula. The Cape Peninsula stretches about 52 kilometers from the city of Cape Town down to the Cape of Good Hope, a rugged headland where the Atlantic and Indian Oceans meet. While many believe this to be the southernmost tip of Africa, that title actually goes to Cape Agulhas. But the peninsula holds a symbolic significance that goes far beyond geography. Encircled by the cold Atlantic Ocean, the route we follow today is often referred to as the Cape Point route, dotted with white sand beaches, steep mountain passes, charming fishing villages, and wild landscapes. The Cape Peninsula has a deep and layered history. Indigenous peoples like the Khoisan roamed these lands long before the arrival of Europeans. Then, in the 15th century, Portuguese explorers such as Bartolomeu Dias rounded the Cape, a pivotal moment in maritime history. Later, the Dutch East India Company established a supply station here in the 1600s, eventually giving birth to the city of Cape Town. This mix of indigenous roots, European colonial influence, and later British rule has created a cultural mosaic that defines the peninsula to this day, in its food, language, and architecture. One of the peninsula's crown jewels, Cape Point. Nestled within the Table Mountain National Park, Cape Point is a dramatic promontory with sheer cliffs plunging into the sea. To get to the top, you can either hike the winding path or take the Flying Dutchman funicular, named after the legendary ghost ship said to haunt these waters. Once at the summit, you're treated to panoramic views where waves crash violently below, seabirds glide overhead, and, if you're lucky, you might even spot a whale or two offshore. Make sure to visit the old lighthouse, built in 1860. While it's a marvel of its time, it sits too high above sea level, and in foggy conditions, ships couldn't see its light. After a tragic shipwreck in 1911, a new lighthouse was built closer to the sea. These historic sites remind us how treacherous this coastline once was, and how humans have adapted to its beauty and danger. As we wrap up our tour, Take a moment to soak in the salty air, listen to the crash of the ocean, and reflect on this intersection of natural splendor and historical depth. The Cape Peninsula is more than a destination. It's a living story of Earth's force and human resilience. Plettenberg Bay. Welcome to the breathtaking Plettenberg Bay, affectionately known as Plet by the locals. Nestled along the world-renowned garden route on South Africa's southern coast, this charming town lies about 520 kilometers east of Cape Town and just 30 kilometers from Knysna. Surrounded by the Tsitsikamma Mountains, lush indigenous forests, and the sparkling Indian Ocean, Plet offers a rare harmony of mountains, rivers, and coastline, all in one spectacular destination. Plettenberg Bay has a rich tapestry of history dating back over 100,000 years, with archaeological findings at Nelson Bay Cave revealing evidence of early human habitation. In the 15th century, Portuguese explorers sailed these very waters, and later Dutch settlers gave it the name Bahia Formosa, which means beautiful bay. The name couldn't be more fitting. Over the centuries, Plet evolved from a whaling station and trading outpost into one of South Africa's most cherished holiday destinations, where culture, nature, and adventure come together seamlessly. Let's head over to Robberg Nature Reserve, undoubtedly one of Plet's crown jewels. This is not just a nature lover's dream, it's a dramatic coastal peninsula that's also a national monument. As we enter the reserve, follow the well-marked trails that lead you through fynbos-covered hills, sandstone cliffs, and breathtaking lookout points. There are 3 circular hiking trails, ranging from 2 km to 11 km, each offering panoramic views of the bay and the open ocean beyond. Beyond the physical beauty, Plettenberg Bay has a soul. It's in the warm smiles of the local community, in the lively beach cafes, in the rhythms of local musicians playing as the sun sets. The blending of Xhosa, Afrikaans, and English cultures creates a welcoming, vibrant atmosphere that you'll feel with every interaction. Plettenberg Bay is more than a destination. It's a place that slows time, awakens your senses, and stirs your spirit. What part of Plet are you most excited to explore? Could you see yourself hiking along Robberg's cliffs, or perhaps sipping coffee with a view of the ocean. As our journey through South Africa comes to an end, I hope you've been inspired by the incredible diversity this country has to offer. From the cosmopolitan streets of Cape Town to the wild expanses of Kruger National Park, South Africa truly embodies its nickname, the Rainbow Nation. The lessons we can take from South Africa's landscape are profound. Just as this country embraces its diversity of terrains, cultures, and wildlife, we too can celebrate the diversity in our own lives. South Africa teaches us resilience, as seen in its recovery from historical challenges, and reminds us that natural beauty and urban sophistication can coexist harmoniously. What South African experience has captured your imagination the most? Is it tracking lions in Kruger, sipping wine in Stellenbosch, or watching whales breach in Hermanus? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I wish you safe travels and unforgettable adventures in the magnificent land of South Africa. Don't forget to subscribe for more comprehensive travel guides to help you explore our beautiful planet. Until next time, happy travels and see you in our next video.